And good morning. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone doing? I hope today finds everyone well and good. Today, we are working on a return guest. We are working on the Honda CRV that I went ahead and changed the front headlights on. Now, what we're going to be doing on this vehicle is changing the brakes. So we're going to go ahead and bring the car into the garage, jack up the vehicle, go ahead and show you how to change these brakes on this 2013 Honda CRV. So come along and I'll show you how that's done. And here we have the 2013 Honda CRV. We're going to go ahead and pull it into the garage, go ahead and get these wheels off and change the brakes. These brakes are very long overdue. I don't know if you can see the scoring on the front disc. It is atrocious and making a ton of noise and must be changed. This is past the point of no return. So we're gonna go ahead and change that. That front driver one is exceptionally bad. And back's a little better, but not too much better. So we're gonna go ahead and change the rotors, discs, and show you how it's done. Go ahead and get the car in the garage and get it all taken care of. And here we have the CRV. We have it as always, as I like to stress, remember to chuck your wheels. You don't want these vehicles rolling back or front when you have the vehicle jacked up. A little bit of Megan racing ramps to give a couple inches of height so we can get the jack underneath the subframe and jack it up from there, from behind the motor, right underneath. And we're going to go ahead, jack up the vehicle, pull these wheels off. And in order to do that, I have not introduced my new friend here. This here is my new high torque impact gun. This is the Milwaukee 2967. This is the high torque impact gun that I picked up, that I'm introducing in this video. This thing is an absolute savage at ripping off these very hard lug nuts, large engine bolts, and any large bolt that you can find on a vehicle that you have trouble getting off with breaker bars. This thing will make very short work of it. It is exceptionally strong, exceptionally versatile. 3 small LED lights in the front. I was only going to buy the gun by itself. I went ahead, and they were having a sale at Home Depot. Went ahead and got the charger with the small M18 pack, battery pack. They gave an additional 8.0 Forge lithium high output battery for free. This battery alone is $200. So even though I was going to buy the tool by itself, which is about $200, for another $100, I got a free charger, free forged battery, and an extra bag to carry it all in, that I also put my Milwaukee sockets for taking off wheel lugs. It's a great deal. So if you come up with these sales for Milwaukee product, you just got to jump on it. I'm very happy with this. So let's go ahead and put it to work, because we're going to rip these wheels off now. Took some effort. All right. Now here, what I wanted to show is the driver's side. Front driver's side is all the way down to the metal. You'll see the pad is completely wasted, cutting grooves into the disc. This disc is no longer good, or even if it is, we're not going to use it anyway. So we got new discs and brake rotors. Change the entire assembly over. And this driver front is the one that was giving most of the problems, and it's worn on the underside too. So these grooves on this side are also worn out on the underside. This means the front left pad is completely wasted. Passenger side a little better, but we always change brake pads in pairs. Let's go ahead and get this brake stuff off. Okay, so we're gonna focus more on the driver's side wheel, because one side is the same as the other, but this is the one that has more damage on it. We're gonna go ahead, we're going to loosen this brake caliper, this brake line bolt, so we can get some additional slack. I'm going to loosen these two small, what size is this? It's 12 millimeter, give or take. 12 millimeter small bolts that are here. Go ahead and pull these off, and then we'll get the larger, I believe these are 17 millimeter bolts, and take off this large carrier and move the whole unit out of the way so we don't have to bleed the system afterwards. And go ahead, pull this disc off and get the new ones on, and we'll show you the new equipment. Let me go ahead and pull these pieces off. Really? I personally like putting the bolts back so that they're not lying on the ground, so they don't get lost. Go ahead and pull these brakes off. And wow, they are horrible. And here we go. Exceptionally bad on this side. One side is thicker than the other, so when we pull these rubber pieces off, we're going to clean them off and re-grease them, so it'll give better slidability for the caliper, and maybe they'll burn a little easier, because they are burning to one side and not the other. You'll see the difference between the two. Ooh, that is awful. All right, and the large carrier bolts on the back for the frame here are actually 19 millimeters. So go ahead, hit that with the old impact, because that's what it was made for. Sweet, love this gun. Out, out, holding out, right to the side. We'll come back to it. Here we go ahead and remove these two screws that are holding down rotor. Put them here. As you see, all the lines that are running across, they're okay. They're not good, but it is worse here in the corner, because that is where it was grinding out on the brake itself, straight to the metal. You'll see it there, and it matches along there, and has completely ruined the rotor. So I went ahead and put a bolt in one of these holes here. We're going to tighten and have it push the rotor off the axle. That's one part. Going to move it to the other side so it comes off evenly. And remember to tie up your brake because you don't want that to happen. Go get the brake hook. There it is. Here we'll see the damage on the back. More damage on the front, and that's all the noise it was making when it was grinding metal to metal to make the vehicle stop. And here we are with our new replacement pieces from Detroit Axle. Big surprise. I've used Detroit Axle white. It's been a little bit, so I do like their product so much. Continue coming back. Here are the rotors. Here are the brakes. New equipment on. Alright, here we have the driver's side bracket. We're going to go ahead, we're going to pull these rubber boots off. Go ahead and clean these guys off and re-grease them with new grease. It's been there a while. Yep. And re-grease that. We're going to clean these off, put these new brake clips in. The new brakes over here. Detroit Axle brakes. We've got the braking hardware, grease, and brake pad. Here we go. All set. So let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and re-grease this, clean these off, get these new brackets in, put the brakes on, put everything together, and just give me a second to go ahead and do that because I need both hands. So come along as we continue our journey. All right, here we have the brake carriers. We're going to pull these old clips off, replace them with the new clips that the kit comes with. Just get a little wire brush, get some of this oxidation off, corrosion. Clean mating service. Never noticed how dirty these things get. Wow, okay. Put the new clips in. See the new clips installed. I'm going to add a little bit of grease here to where the brakes will sit on the carrier so they slide nicely from back and front. Grease inside here so that these pins slide back and forth very nicely. Reinstall them on the car and start putting everything back together. Let's go ahead and do that. Fantastic. And here we have the new brake carriers greased up. We have the pins. I removed them, cleaned them off, put fresh grease on the inside so they slide back and forth better than they did before. So that's ready to go back on the car, and we're going to put the brake rotor on. And this is always a nice part. do enjoy putting these rotors on from squared axle because they look just so nice. And go ahead, we'll line up the holes. Make sure I get this correctly. So go ahead and put these bolts back in. Oh, no, gotta move it a little. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna put these bolts back in, but I'm gonna put a little bit WD-40, and then I'm gonna put the brake carrier back on. As you see, the brake rotor's back on. Go ahead, put the brake carrier back in as well. Put these bolts in. Go ahead and find the torque spec for how much we're going to torque these large bolt carriers down, and I'll try to put it up on the screen. Okay. Here we are with the brake carrier. We're going to install the brakes. I'm going to put the brake sensor on the inside of the pad. So we'll go ahead and put this on the inside. And let me get some grease, put it on the end. More grease, put it on the end. Okay, here we are with the brake. I'm going to go ahead and install it on the inside. Inside brake installed, nice and flush. I'll get the other pad. And might as well bring the grease over here. A little more grease on the exterior of the pad so it'll travel freely. Installed. So now that I have these on, I'm going to torque the inside of this. I believe it's a 19 millimeter bolt, and we're going to torque it to its factory spec. All right, the two 19 millimeter bolts that connect the carrier to the knuckle is 101 foot-pounds. Go ahead and tighten that down. Good measure. All right. There we go. Torque the spec, and we can now take the brake caliper back down. Going to collapse this piston to make way for the new, larger brake pads. Okay, so now we've got the brake caliper on. We're going to go ahead and tighten this brake hose because be sure to tighten that, and these smaller caliper bolts will be torqued to 37 foot-pounds. Torque 37 foot-pounds. Finally got that. Wow. Fantastic. So this front brake is done. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm not going to show you that because it's the same as what we just did here. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and then I will show you the rear brake. Take care of that. Okay, quick one. Now I know I said I was not going to show you the other side of the brakes, but these two bolts on this side are frozen on. I'm going to show you a trick how to get these on. I see these on the internet all the time. Everyone has to drill them out. They strip out so quickly, you're not even supposed to put them on that hard. This is an impact screwdriver. It's a tempered bit. So what you do is you'll put this on the screw. This will go flush against the unit. You'll hit this hard. So as you hit it, at like an impact wrench, it will turn to the left slightly every time you hit it, and it will turn because this is not going to come off. Nope. And I don't want to strip this bolt, so I hit this with a hard sledgehammer. So I'm gonna hit it a couple times. Little by little, it'll start coming loose because every time I hit it, it slightly turns to the left. As far as I know, this is called an impact screwdriver. Now, it comes out without stripping the screw, and now I can get this rotor off, which I was stuck with. So just a side note, on to the next brakes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I throw the wheel on, I threw a quick coat of paint on that caliper just to cover up the teeny tiny bit of rust that it has. With the new rotor, it does look quite nice. I just wanted to get a quick video of it before I put the front wheels back on, get these back wheels off, because I am running way behind on time. But it does come out very nice, and I just want to capture this on film, how nice these rotors are. And with a little bit of shot of paint in the caliper just to cover up that slight little rust. It does look nice when it's all together. Thanks for watching.